So, how has Take Your Turn been doing? Well, to start off, I can confidently say that the project is finished. Well, not really finished, just that I'm done with it. I added everything I really set out to add, and it was supposed to be a short, small project anyway. Well, to start off, I added characters. They're no longer just these stupid little cubes just bouncing around. For the characters, I wanted them to look different but while still having the exact same body proportions. Now, the reason for this was instead of animating each sprite by hand, which is something that I'm just not good at, I chose to rig them instead, which made the animating workload way easier for each character, since they all used the exact same animator. Now, for the designs themselves, I kind of just did whatever came to mind first, put it down on paper, and hope for the best. And as for the designs themselves, they're fine. My artistic ability is really letting me down here though. Now, continuing from last video, I said there's quite a few things I wanted to add into the game, one of them being an agility stat. The more agility you have, the more likely you are to dodge an attack, and some moves scale with agility, meaning that there are 5 stats in total: agility, magic, attack, health, and defense. Agility, like we discussed before, dodges attacks, some moves scale with it. Most magic attacks scale with magic, and most physical regular attacks scale with attack. The more defense you have, less damage you take. The more health you have, the more health you gain from healing attacks. All pretty self-explanatory. For the attacks, there are 24 attacks in total, and with the stats you can create some pretty cool and unique builds. Some focus on bleed, others on fire, or you can just be a fucking demon and hit hard. Something I mentioned before was that I wanted to improve on my UI design, and compared to before, it's the best it's ever been. But since my UI design before was just abysmal, it's still not great, but I think players who've played games before will definitely be able to understand most, if not everything, of what's going on in the game. And in terms of looks, it looks pretty decent, I guess. The last thing I added was sound effects and music. Big quotations on the added because it's not in the game. When I did try add it to the game, no sound would come out. I'm pretty sure it's something wrong with my Unity. My shit's just been getting worse and worse and worse for some reason. Like close to the end of Project Scroll, after I updated it to one of the newer versions, collisions stopped working properly. So there was that too. And for some reason, the only time you can hear sound is when you exit off the application for like a split second. I have no idea why. Ending it on a higher note, you can now play the game on itch.io. The link will either be in description or in a pinned comment. Don't expect too much when playing the game though, and I plan on working on new projects. I have them in mind already, both being pretty small as well, mainly just to improve my game dev skills. And that will be it for this video. Like, sub, all that extra stuff, and peace.